Hello, my name is Gavin Farrell. I'm from the University of Padua, and today I'll be speaking about the DOME Registry and how it helps support transparent and reproducible machine learning in the life sciences. So as we know, and many talks throughout the whole ISMB, ECCB, AI and machine learning has been popping up everywhere. As we can see here, there's been a huge exponential growth in machine learning publishing. This graphic here shows that in 2024 alone, papers in EuroPMC, there was around 85,000 new papers just mentioning machine learning, many of those which will be also machine learning methods. So there's a huge growth, which is fantastic. But counter to that, there's also a machine learning publishing crisis. And the issue in crisis being they are very poorly described machine learning methods papers ending up being published. And to put this into context, we like using the food source kind of analogy. If you were in a store and you're looking at two products which are apparently the same thing in front of you, and one was really well annotated, had the best before date, nutritional information, everything else, and you're trying to make your choice, the other one beside it has nothing on it, you might look to yourself and think, well, which is reproducible, transparent, and trustworthy? And obviously, most people would go for the one that has all of the details there in a nice, clean format. However, for machine learning, unlike foodstuffs, there is no such regulations, frameworks, and so on to mandate that these disclosures and transparent, structured machine learning publishing information is actually in place. Elixir in 2021, so they came together with their expert group, the machine learning focus group, and it's a European network of people. So Elixir have been at various different talks, and see Carol there, Elixir UK flying that flag. So they came together to publish a standard for machine learning transparency disclosure in a structured way to help support address this machine learning crisis. So this went out in 2021 in Nature Methods. DOME itself, it's an acronym. It stands for Data, Optimization, Model, and Evaluation. And it covers, within those four fields, 20 or so different disclosure areas. So under the data, you have data splits. So is there any data leakage? Has that been disclosed and addressed? For the optimization, has the algorithms that have been used actually been disclosed? Is it convolutional neural network or so on? For the model aspects, is there even just software availability and links to GitHub or Bitbucket and so on? And for the evaluation, for example, has there been comparisons and actual benchmarking done using standardized data sets and so on to make sure that the claims are actually valid for what they're saying? Following on from this, Elixir actually funded some infrastructure with a small project, and this is the DOME Registry. It's a platform where you can share these complementary disclosures to support your machine learning publications. We have around 300 entries or so already. And as you can see here with the index at the top left, it has the 4 different DOME fields. And here I've highlighted under the optimization field, one of those 4 DOME areas, that this one and this publication is disclosing that there's a convolutional neural network. It's a lot of free text, which I'll mention why that's maybe not the best thing for the moment. But then you also get a DOME score at the end. So it's by the author, they make this entry, it's made publicly available, and you have these structured, transparent disclosures for machine learning. What is the incentive to actually use this, and where is it potentially being used? So, Scott Edmonds and Chris Hunter, who are around here, and some others from GigaScience and Gigabyte, they actually use it in their publishing workflow and pipeline. And you can speak to them, and I see, I think, Scott in the crowd there. So please do catch them and see where it's actually been effective. And it's been helping with peer review. So they have these structured disclosures for the peer review process to help with these machine learning publications and avoid this reuse and reproducibility crisis. The other aspect that we have is we have this AP Curon integration, and another resource from our lab at University of Padua, which when you make this curation entry, you can connect your ORCID, and for each entry that you make, it gets pushed up to your ORCID and shows that. Future plans, we're looking to reduce free text, so help in different ways for the registry to be more functional. We're looking at adopting ontologies, hosting and exposing metadata, so the Croissant metadata standard for data sets, the FAIR4ML one from the research data lines for models, and potentially looking at offering new disclosure templates. I know there was talks from Bridge to AI yesterday. There's a model openness framework, and we have the infrastructure in place. We could offer different disclosure templates and be more flexible. We do have a poster. It will be coming down today, but it's 1:17, so do catch us. There's a nice cute koala, and we're lobbying as well. If there are other publishers here, please do come and engage with us and see where this might fit into your workflow publishing pipeline. And just acknowledgements, Professor Silvia Tisato, who's been leading on a lot of this work, the Elixir Machine Learning Focus Group, and of course, Omar Atafi, who's done a lot of the infrastructure work. Thank you very much.